welcome to another fabulous installment of Property Vlogs. I'm here at the Broad Nook development by Davidsons Homes to tour this house behind me. It is freezing right now, guys. It's windy and cold, but we're dedicated to the tours. This is the Darlington, this gorgeous two-story property behind me, and we're in Broad Nook, a development by Davidsons Homes. And this is located at the Broad Nook Garden Village in Leicestershire. So what is so special about the Darlington? It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house. It's approximately 1,448 square feet. It has so many traditional features on the outside, so you're going to be so shocked when you see what's going on the inside. In fact, we were really blown away. And externally speaking, let's start our tour. So we've got this metal railing around the outside. Again, there's so many nods to traditional architecture, traditional features going on here. We've got red brick in such a beautiful mix on the lower half of the property. And on the upper half, we've got this rough, light-coloured render. We've got navy blue window sills and door and accents, and the fascias at the gutters and also underneath the big gable are all in that dark navy blue, and that contrasts really nicely with the colour palette that we're seeing here. We've got a nice garden at the front, block pavers that lead up to the garden, and then you've got your separate detached garage on that side over there by your parking spaces. So let's get straight into the tour and get started. Come inside, let's get cozy and get straight into the tour. Right, so quiet as soon as you close the front door, which means the acoustics are fantastic. Let's talk about first impressions. So the door was black on the outside and it's white on the inside. Again, I always point that out, a dual tone door, which means that you can have that statement on the outside, but have that kind of subdued, muted color palette on the inside. I love the 2 glazing panels. Again, if you've watched our channel before, what does that mean? It floods this space with natural light. And it gives you kind of like a bit of a mirror as to what the seasons are saying. If it's gloomy outside, before you get outside. You've got your letterbox, your peephole, your security chain there, fantastic. Chrome ironmongery to the doors on the inside. But you won't know this, but right now I can feel the proportions because we are in a double height space. If you just look up there, guys, you can connect straight to the gallery landing. I love this house. It's so fun, like many of the house types and floor plans that Davidsons Homes has. Okay, so let's talk about the hallway. The flooring, as you can see, is LVT, which stands for luxury vinyl tile. It's done in kind of a herringbone effect. It's a very muted grey with a bit of warmth in it, so it's kind of imitating natural wood, but with it not being wood, it actually has more durability, and it makes it also very durable against kind of splashes, which is fantastic for a hallway, isn't it? When you come in, you might have muddy shoes, you can kind of forget worrying about all of that. It's very easy to clean and maintain. I love the sealant strip around the entire floor. We've got the skirting boards. They're done in a kind of like a modern square profile, very simple actually. And then that's paired with another interesting detail. These are like stepped, it's a step profile for the architrave around the door, and it's all finished in a satin white effect. Let's spin around and swap places. There's gonna be so much interior design crammed into this show home, guys. I'm sure your eyes may be darting around just a little bit. Just you wait till we go upstairs. You want to stick around for the whole tour. And of course, like this video if you're enjoying it so far. You can see here we've got the radiator cover, and then you've got the paneling. The entire interior package of bespoke joinery is done by Albert Henry Interiors. So that is another company, like another group, very closely linked to Davidsons Homes, and you can boost and upgrade your interior design package by kind of adding those on. So I'm just pointing out that there are already several extras that we're looking at, like the sockets, the switches, the chrome door handles, the flooring, of course, with that being something you would personally select is an upgrade. And then the lighting fixtures, you know, these beautiful dramatic lights, they're all added on, and the alarm system in this show home. Let's go to the first room off the hallway, the most important room when you come into a property for guests and yourself is the downstairs toilet. So it's a 2-piece suite. We've got the sink, we've got the toilet there, we've got it in a hidden cistern formation, and sometimes you do get these tiled ledges that are done it with like a chrome edging strip, but they've gone with a plastic white one, which means that it's very subtle, it doesn't stand out so much, and it's very kind of, it blends really nicely with the interior design package. There's so many beautiful features to point out. I love the tiling choice. Again, usually these are customizable. And of course you have a radiator here. So the whole property has radiators throughout. I love the wallpaper, and the ceiling is black. And considering these spaces tend to be the smallest rooms in the house, I like that daring nature. So if you did the interior design, again, I'm going to give you a clap because I'm really loving what I'm seeing so far. So let me close that door and point out the next room off the hallway. So we've got our under stair cupboard. And if you've watched our channels, you know what we recommend is a wall light to be installed, because this can be a bit of a dingy and dark space. It can be quite a spacious space. It's a lot of space, and I recommend a wall light there so that you can just turn it on and then you can really go in and access, and you can walk in there, just don't want to bend over, but it utilizes all that space underneath the staircase. Now spin around. Tall ceilings, guys, very dramatic. Let's go into the first room, which is here. The flooring continues beautifully into this space. This is your study slash home office, your downstairs workspace. Now, this might sound really strange, but this is 2025, right? Some people do offer like beauty treatments or services, consultations in their houses. So if you did have that kind of element to your lifestyle, this is a fantastic space to do that. So you welcome people off and someone could come in here, get the treatment, the counseling, whatever you're offering from a business perspective, and then easily go out. They don't have to come straight into the room, or sometimes people have like garden pods. This is a fantastic space to do that. I love the idea of having wallpaper on the ceiling. Everyone always says it makes spaces feel small, but all I've seen so far is something that enhances the space. So from an interior design, that's gorgeous. Obviously, we have this beautiful bespoke joinery with the paneling. Again, these are all glimpses of what can be done with Albert Henry interiors. I'm going to mention them so much because Davidson and Albert Henry are like this, right? So you're going to see every element of bespoke joinery is going to be by them. You've got the recessed lights. Again, speaking architecturally, it's a nice size. Yes, it is one of the smaller rooms on this floor plan. Again, it's very practical. You've got views of the front of the property. So again, like I said, if you have like a beauty room or whatever, it's great. You can see someone approaching and you can just see what's happening outside. It is a large window and both of these open outwards, and it has a low sill. Let's come back into here. Walking past now, I'm going to welcome you into your formal lounge. Big smile. I mean, the smile is just going to keep increasing throughout this tour. Guys, if you love upbeat commentary, upbeat tours, you're really in the right place. If you want somebody miserable who's going to rip apart, be extremely critical, that's not the video. This is not the video for you. Lots of smiles here because this property, not only does it look fantastic, it also smells fantastic. I think this is one of the largest reed diffusers I've ever seen. It's humongous, but staged perfectly. But let's talk about architecturally what we're seeing. We see a rectangular floor plan. Again, I love a rectangular floor plan because it commands an obvious focal point. When you come in through that door, your eye is going to be drawn straight to this wall, and there's so much you can do with it being so long compared to the width of the room. You have so much to play with, and you can see a cladding, joinery, a TV there, a console underneath, more joinery and more cladding, and then you can swap out any of these elements to suit. If you don't watch TV, have a piece of art there. And with it being rectangular, you might not want such a dramatic focal point. You might want to cradle the space, flip the sofa around and look in that corner. I don't see why you'd want to do that. I just kind of mentioned that because people are very individual. I love the two pendants here. Again, lighting points are usually customizable if you buy it off plan. And behind you, we're going to spin round. There is a large window configuration, again with that low level sill. Why do I like low level sills? Let's say you have a gathering and you have a lot of friends and family around. A low level sill is just a nice place to perch. Again, we've got a dual aspect here. We've got a window facing the side, so you can see not just the front views, but kind of like the side. You can directly see who's at the front door. Yeah, so you're really, really connected. I love that. So much to see. Lots of furniture. As you can see, sofas, plenty can fit in here. I love that. And this is lovely. A modern touchscreen thermostat. And that is the main room on this floor. Apart from over here. Now, are you ready? You ready? Come on. I'm going to show you this, guys. Wow. Okay. Okay, I've kind of disappeared off your screens there for a second. Got a bit carried away. Oh, I can already see a lot of cool things. Oh, okay. Now, if you're interested in garden tours, we go into that. That's going to come up later. But let's talk about what we're seeing. We're seeing a very dynamic, open plan kitchen, dining, and living area. I love it. I usually call these snugs, but it's quite a spacious area, and it's almost the same size as the formal lounge just next door. So I would say it's a fully fledged living area in its own right. We'll talk more about that later. So this is our kitchen area, done in one of Davidsons homes' kind of modern kitchen styles. They're constantly evolving the styles to meet demand and what people like to do in their kitchen. So you've got this kind of like almost matte black. It's almost, but it's got these little elements in it. It's quite sparkly actually. So it's got that subtle glamour to it. 1.5 bowl in black with a matte black tap as well, a mixer with a swivel. And this is by Clearwater with a mixer. I think I already mentioned that. The worktop is laminate. It's done in a marble effect. You've got a bit of an upstand to protect the wall. And this is a peninsula with storage all the way across. You've got really cool hidden handles there. I love that, with a dishwasher by Bosch. And then you've got space opposite for a breakfast bar. A very dynamic space. You feel connected, and with the sink in the peninsula, you have views of the rest of the space whilst you're doing the mundane task of washing up. To the kitchen space, we've got spotlights, and let me talk through this area. I like the hidden handles actually, I really do. It's kind of intuitive actually. So we've got, oops, sorry guys, I opened the fridge too wide. That's our fridge in a 70-30 arrangement, again by Bosch. Everything in the kitchen is soft closer compatible. We've got a double oven system then, and then we've got storage all the way under here. A beautiful utensil and cutlery drawer. Again, the color palette matches the rest of the kitchen. If we're going to go with the statement black, we're going to go with a dark gray interior for those elements. The 4 induction hob burner there by Bosch. And then we've got the extractor fan above. And then we've got more storage. Oh, I love the fact that they've taken in the dark black inside, because more times than you actually would expect, you'd see bright white kitchen cupboard carcasses. Yes, that's what they're called, carcasses on the inside. And it's like the bare bones of the cabinets really. And it's cheaper to do that, but they've gone with like a really dark, almost black interior. I really like it. Really like that. It's not so jarring, and it doesn't look like an afterthought. And then we've got this, which is kind of like our pull-out pantry / larder. You can have storage all the way up there. And then of course we've got the same on the bottom. Again, rice, pasta, all of that can go in there. Easy to access. And I'm going to stop and give you a quick tip. Drawers are always way more practical. So the fact that you can pull that out is very convenient, because you can get right to the back of that space and really utilize it. Yeah, that's it. Let's talk about this bonus space over here. So here we've got our laundry, utility, additional kitchen overspill space. You've got the worktop here for folding, stacking, additional appliances. Maybe you really like having like that clean aesthetic for your kitchen. You can have all your machines laid out so that you're not kind of putting them away and bringing them out. You can have it all on here, and then you can close the door and have that open plan, beautiful, clean look. You've got your boiler there. It's an ideal Logic heat squared H18, just 2 spaces for non-integrated appliances, and another kind of storage area there. Fantastic. And I believe behind the door we've got a little cheeky radiator. consumer unit here, and then we've got our door to the garden. It's got a big poster on top so you can't see through, but that is like a glazed, it's basically a window in a door, and it's going to bring lots of natural light into this space. Let me come back into the kitchen. I want to talk about this table, actually, this dining nook. So it's a 6-seater. It is a wide and, well, it is quite a long table, so you definitely know you're not going to be short of space. You can definitely fit a 6-seater easily in this area. You can swap out the chairs and put benches to accommodate more people. Or maybe you can, you know what, I wouldn't go with round here. I think round could be too oversized for this space because you can see the proportions are more rectangular. So this formation is perfect. I love the drop down pendant again, and this push out box that's done to kind of bring in light into this space. Again, you can close these off with the curtains, and they've shown you really how you can do that. So we've got the garden tour, and we're going to go straight out into the garden, and I want to give you an idea of what you can expect to have at this beautiful home. So through these double doors, you step down. We're going to step down to the garden, and come with me and let me talk more about the garden. Beautifully staged. Again, everything is staged in a show home, guys. And what we're looking at is the pop-out box projection at the back of the house. That brick is gorgeous. That brick is gorgeous. These are genuine reactions. Some of them are my first impression reactions. This is genuine. Now, as an architect, looking at these bricks, I love it. Like, this is the reason why when you look at this development as a whole, each house has a bit of edge and character. The bricks matter so much, and it's very easy to go with cheaper bricks. But what you'll find is the bricks will be quite flat. They'll all be the same color, and they might even be very, very bright red. We've all seen those new build homes where they kind of lack character, but the brick choice is so important. You've got like detailing by the, you know, the rainwater pipes right there, guys. You've got the cobbling there, the stepping edge. You see those in traditional homes. And if you can just look at your garage there, you can see just underneath the roof, you've got that brick pushing in and out. The garden itself is a really nice size, and I've looked at the site plan at this development. Each home has its own unique quirk and unique arrangement for the garden. This is a perfect size garden. They've done a lot with it. They've put like a gazebo pergola over there, and they've kind of extended the paving. But if you were to buy this off plan, you'd get the lawn for sure, and you get paving, which would allow you to access around the house to take your bins to the front and back. You wouldn't get all of this paving. You wouldn't get the planting and the trees. But again, this is a good idea for what you can expect to have. Let's go back inside. It is so chilly. Let's get nice and warm and continue the rest of the tour. Let me just close the doors and let's get straight back into it. Okay, now that we're back, I have to talk about this space. Again, look at all this circulation space. If you are into having lots of family gatherings or entertaining, this is a priceless space, isn't it? Because sometimes when furniture is just kind of like backed onto each other, there's no space to move around and you really do feel squashed. If you wanted to, you could go with a larger sofa here, but they've gone with 3 separate kind of big armchairs, individual armchairs, a large rug in the middle, large coffee table, and then this arrangement again, which is that bespoke joinery that I was speaking earlier, which is an add-on, but it gives you an idea. This is our focal point. So normally you'd see wallpaper, but we're kind of looking ahead with the trends here. And so in terms of interior design, we're looking at creating practical, functional features really. This is really functional because you've got storage underneath here and storage there, and then you've got your TV there for fun. Got a large window there as well, and it opens. So if you're having a barbecue, you can connect with what's going on outside from this living nook. And did you want me to talk about this beautiful area? This is so nice. This is like your portable bar. And if you're not into bar space, you could have like a full height bookcase, and anything can go there. A little, I was going to say chest of drawers, anything, guys. Maybe even another side table. Let's come back down, and now I want to take you upstairs, and you can just see glimpses of that double height space. So join me upstairs on the landing. So now we're on the landing, okay? From this viewpoint, I can see straight to the front door. I always love that. I hate running down the stairs for spam callers, so you can kind of glimpse who's there. So you're connected. I like that. Everything's done in white All the woodwork and the balustrades are done in your typical traditional profiling, and they're all painted in like a satin white. And then we've got our first room. I'll talk more about the landing in a second. We've got a system going through our first room. I like the way you come into this room, okay? I like what they've done. So again, this room has been shown to fit a large storage unit at low level and a bed here, which is a single bed at high level. They're really utilizing the space. From here, you can see that an ordinary single bed can easily fit here. In my opinion, you could probably put a double bed here against the wall as well. I think that would be easily accommodated, or maybe even a double bed this way. But utilizing the space the way they've done, I think is, I want to say, the best option, really. Yeah, I don't want to be overly biased, but when I see something that I really like, it's really hard to not just have that kind of effect. It's really hard for it not to have that effect on me. I love this. I feel like I want to run home and buy these straight away. They're really cool. And I'm sure there's different ways of doing hanging art. Very subtle, but very inspirational. So architecturally speaking, guys, we've looked at the beautiful joinery by Albert Henry Interiors. Now we're going to talk about the things that you get when you buy this house off plan. So we don't want to be unfair and show you, oh, this is amazing wallpaper on the ceiling. Those are all additional costs. So let's be realistic. Obviously, the walls would be all white. And you'd get the actual floor plan. You'd fit in the flooring, which you'd have to customize and add on yourself. But a single bed against here with a bedside table. You've got this whole wall here, which you can fit in, as they've done, with fitted wardrobes. I love the kind of the brass handles. Or you can just have a standalone large wall-to-wall wardrobe, you know, from IKEA maybe. I try not to mention IKEA, but that's what people think when they think about cost-effective furniture. There's a window, still in this room, spin around and follow me. We've got a window here facing the garden and then a radiator under the bed. That's this room. So let's go back to the landing. You can see it from this angle. The next room over here is the family bathroom, the main bathroom on this floor. So the family bathroom is a 4-piece suite, which is already a massive tick in my positive in my book. It's fully tiled. The fact that it's been fully tiled is an additional cost. What you'll find is that in its bare bones, you will get tiling to all the wet areas. So that's the bath area would be tiled, not all the way to the top on all the walls, but it will be tiled enough to kind of clear the wet area. You get a splashback zone here, which would be tiled. You get the windowsill would be tiled, and then you'd get tiling to the shower area. Let's talk about what's here for now. We've got the full tiling, which gives you an idea of what you can do. You've got a long bath there, not one of those kind of space-saving baths sometimes that you get in small places. I like the handheld shower device, great for cleaning the bath, or if you have pets, it is a must-have. And then you've got your sink above the vanity there. I believe it is floating. But again, I'm not going to do the limbo to try and check, but you can see on camera it is suspended to somewhat off the ground. And then you've got the Hansgrohe mixer tap there. That shower was also Hansgrohe. Looks as though the chrome fixtures are Hansgrohe. And then the white goods as well are by Villeroy and Boch, which is a fantastic brand. You've got your toilet there, your window bringing in lots of natural light and natural air and ventilation. And then you've got your white towel rail. I like the choice of white actually, because again, it's all about choosing what you want to make a visual impact. By going with white, it kind of blends into the tiling rather than going with the typical chrome. We've got our shower here, which I like the fact that the shower is actually behind the door and the toilet's away, so it's kind of private. The shower cubicle there with the handheld device, again by Hansgrohe. So that completes the space, and I think it ticks all the boxes in terms of a family bathroom. Moving on to another bedroom on this floor. Now this one, they've put in the bed. So I think it's similar proportions to the other room on the other side. But you can see here that a double bed can easily be accommodated. I love these, but again, they are upgrades, but I love the idea behind it. And really, if you want to do something similar, you don't have to buy designer light fixtures. You just have to, pick the plot at a stage, pick the property, choose a property that you can buy at a stage that is still customizable, and then request to pendant source, light sources either side, and you choose the width and dimension, and then you then buy the lights from wherever you source them and then install them. It's really that simple, guys. Again, a lot of people say, why pay the premium for new builds? But again, that's a massive bonus. Love the radiator, love the window, bring in garden views, and then there's a wardrobe system. So again, let's ignore the wardrobe. Imagine it's not here. You'd have all that space for wardrobes to do what you want to do. Now let's go back to the landing. I want to go to the next room. I love the lights. So just a quick sneak peek. You don't need to spend too long in this space. This is our kind of like our hot water cylinder. The next bedroom is here, another good sized bedroom. Again, it's similar to the other one. It's basically like the mirror version. Storage there, wardrobe there, ample wardrobe space. Large bed, large bedsides, table either side, and a window facing the front of the property with a radiator below it. Yeah, love this room. It's got a black and white theme. You can see a lot going on. So the next space I want to talk about is actually the landing. So I've done it a bit out of order here, out of our usual sequence. You've got a window facing the front, bringing in lots of light. And then if you look down, as you just did there, you can see that dramatic height difference, connecting you with the rest of the house. Yes. Okay. So now let's go into the primary bedroom. And I can't wait to show it to you, because when you see some of the design elements in this space, you are going to be wowed. And now I'm just going to welcome you into this primary bedroom. I'm going to just bring you into this space, and I want you to imagine this is your primary bedroom. It is very kind of calm, peaceful, largely due to the decor as well, but also just the way the space is arranged. Where do we begin? Okay, let me start architecturally this time, not interior design. So architecturally speaking, we've got this projecting bay window with a fabulous opportunity to create the most divine window seat. I mean, this is incredible. I would just completely, I like craft projects, so I'd probably make like a cushion seat there, or you can just throw a blanket and cushions. So I'd make a cushion seat there and put pillows, a little throw there, and you can just, bear with me, you can probably even take a nap here. So just kind of nestle into this space. It is such a fantastic opportunity to create like a little bit of a reading nook. If you like that sort of thing, or if you have little children or pets, you can have their little bed there for naps. I love the bedside tables either side, the large windows, the bedside lamps, and the oversized headboard itself that goes all the way to the ceiling. This pendant source, again, customizable, completely up to you what you want to do. And there's space at the foot of the bed as well for another large furniture item. Again, the mirror would indicate where you could put the TV if you wanted to watch TV in bed, if you like that. And before we scoot back out and I show you the dressing area, let me just come around and show you this board. So these boards have been dotted around the whole show home because they show you how you can shop this room. So if you see anything that you really like, you can actually inquire about it, because that's one of the biggest questions. You know, people like things and then they feel like they can't replicate them. And now I want to take you to the dressing area, the walk-in wardrobe area. It is its own little space. As you saw there, it's got its own light, so it's independent to the main sleeping area. And then we've got these beautiful doors. Again, look at that. Whoa, okay, that is such a nice, well, it's such a welcome surprise. Love that. Beautiful, beautiful recessed LED strips. It's all tastefully done. There's no weird cables, weird things going on. It's all beautifully done on soft closers. Again, the same storage on this side. And now we're going to come into our ensuite. So this is the ensuite that goes with your primary bedroom. You transition off the carpet back onto that LVT that we saw downstairs. So it's keeping that continuity of the color palette. It's fully tiled, which is an upgrade. We've got our radiator there. I'll show you the socket there. You've got your windowsill there. You can perch your toothbrushes there once they charge. A window, bringing in lots of light and ventilation. Again, the light in here is kind of like a warm glow light, so it might have a yellowy glow on camera, but right now it's the perfect light for like just creating that peaceful, tranquil setting. We've got our, let me actually open this, a chrome shower shower handles, door handles, and then you open it, it's sliding. You've got your Hansgrohe shower there with a handheld device, a spacious shower. Love it. It's a 3-piece suite. We've got the toilet and the sink by Villeroy & Boch with that floating vanity again. And again, all of it works together. Again, just because something has a window doesn't mean it doesn't have extractor fans. I love the fact that new builds always have both, and trickle vents. So that is the whole house. This has been the Darlington, right? And we are here touring one of Davidsons Homes' properties. If you like that tour, please like it. Tell YouTube you like it. It'll give you more of this stuff. Or you might find something you weren't expecting to find. Leave us a comment and subscribe. Most of all, subscribe. Before you leave, subscribe. If you want to show your thanks, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching the video, and we'll pop up on the screen another beautiful Davidson Homes tour, and see you then. All right.